For almost 30 years, Darkhorse published comics based on the Aliens and Predator movie franchise. From the first Predator comic, published on June 1989, and until 2020, Darkhorse has expanded the Yautja universe and created mind-blowing visuals that give life to this cult fictional universe. With Disney's acquisition of Fox and in turn, the Aliens and Predator franchise, the license to publish the comics has been transferred to Marvel. It is the end of the Predator era for Darkhorse. In this video, we open the comic box once again and browse for the most wonderful Predator cover artwork ever printed. I started collecting Predator comics around 10 years ago. I buy them mostly for display purposes with my NECA Predator collection. Whenever I bump into loose issues in the comic bins, I would still buy them. Eventually I was able to complete some of the older comics and I make sure I buy the new ones. In general, the artwork in the Predator comics isn't really that nice compared to Aliens, but they have some really cool covers. Before we dive into the top 5, here's the best in cover design. It's Predator Hunters Chapter 1. Issues 1 to 5. These comics look fascinating in hand. It's not obvious in the video, but they have some almost neon printed logos, which blend really well with Doug Wheatley's art. My favorites here are issues 3 and 5.
We came here with a mission. Let's finish it.
There are many artists who gave life to the Predators, but Chris Warner has been there since day one. Despite his old-school approach, he has illustrated some of the most stunning Predator covers. And to represent his body of work, top 5 goes to his cover for Predator Big Game issue number 1. This cover looks menacing, with the Predator coming out from some sort of cave and stepping into some skulls. Unfortunately, the interior artwork here is just average. But hey, I was lucky that this is signed by the artist, Chris Warner himself.
I'm not dead yet.
One of the most memorable Yautja created by Darkhorse is the Bad Blood Predator. They released a 4-issue Bad Blood limited series, but the origin story started in Darkhorse Comics number 12. The top 4 honor goes out to this issue. Derek Thompson's unique style has given life to the Bad Blood Predator who broke his code of honor and started attacking his fellow Yautja. Since Darkhorse Presents is an anthology, the interior art is a mixed bag. Derek's pencil art is edgy and suits this story. This comic is also my default backdrop for my NECA Bad Blood Predator. On 2009, Darkhorse released Predator Prey to the Heavens. Our top 3 goes to the artist Raymond Swanland and his almost graphic depiction of a predator in solitude. This cover is spectacular. It captures the Predator in a trophy room, looking at his latest skull trophy, lodged in his blades. Swanland uses bold edgy strokes in his artworks, and they always look dynamic and in motion. The interior art by Javier Saltares is decent, and I like the way he draws his Predator. The coloring has also improved in this series.
If it bleeds, you can kill it.
Top 2 goes to artist Lucas Graciano for breathing life into Ahab in the cover of Predator, Fire and Stone number 1. The cover shows Ahab lurking behind Galgo, ready for the kill. The interior art by Chris Mooneyham looks great, and his style fits the story. The fan favorite Ahab was released by NECA as an action figure, and his look is mostly based on Graciano's art. If you collect NECA Predators, this comic is a good buy and complements the Ahab figure perfectly when displayed.
Hunt or be hunted.
And our top 1 cover goes to a magazine, Hero Illustrated number 2, promoting the Darkhorse Alien vs Predator crossover. This cover is amazingly painted by the talented Dave Dorman. This also happens to be a gatefold cover. When spread out, we see a solitary Predator fighting against xenomorphs and an alien queen ready to attack from the corner. Dorman has also graced several covers of Darkhorse Comics anthologies like this one. which is a double gatefold cover featuring Robocop, Timecop, and Renegade. Dorman also provided painted interior art for Aliens Tribes. If you love the Aliens comics franchise, this one is a must in any collection. Before we end this video, let's take a look at the most iconic of all Darkhorse Predator comics, Predator number 1, featuring art by Chris Warner. NECA created a figure based on this cover and also included a mini-comic. The biggest difference between the mini-comic and the original one is the title. Instead of The Heat, it's now Concrete Jungle. But each comic page is faithfully reproduced. Here's the comic side by side with the NECA figure inside its box. I usually open my NECA figures for display, but this one stays in the box. Thank you for sticking until the end. I'm honestly excited on Marvel's take with the Predator comics. They already announced the creative team and had previews of covers. But as of posting this video, the release of that comics has been pushed back and there's no preview of interior pages by Kev Walker. We'd like to hear your favorite Predator covers, or your top 5. As always, feel free to comment, and hopefully subscribe to our channel. See you in our next video.